Hello, everyone. We are live and welcome to our I almost said AWA. Welcome to our MLS State of the Union. If you can hear me, please go ahead and let me know. Put a 1 in the comments. Let me know that you can hear me. Because the last thing I want to do is do like I did one day and was just a talking away. Thank you, Janice King. All right, guys. So now that I know you can hear me, hello, Josephine Thomas, Naima, welcome. Hello. Hey, Miss Tony. All right, guys. So now that I know you can hear me, I'm going to go ahead and play our intro so that you guys can hear our welcome, our disclaimer, and all that good stuff, okay? One moment, and don't forget our MLS song. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another MLS Experience. You have the ability to experience MLS through our members, our weekly live events, and our social media sites. This is our MLS State of the Union. We have this event every Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, this event is where we spend time collaborating with our members and our guests. We share corporate updates, recognition, and there's always some golden nuggets being shared from our founder and visionary, Mr. Darry Perkinson, or one of our leaders.
Disclaimer: we are not licensed financial advisors. This information is for educational purposes only. Anything heard on this broadcast is not intended to be a substitute for you obtaining accounting, tax, and financial advice from a licensed professional. Beware of scammers. We will never comment, inbox, or email you requesting you to send Bitcoin to receive Bitcoin, or any coin for that matter.
Now, if you are live on our Facebook page or on our YouTube page, do me a favor. In the comments, go ahead and say hello. Tell us where you're tuning in from, your city, your state, even your country. We have members and guests all over the world. If you are a guest, let us know who invited you. You know, how did you get the invitation? Who texted you? Where did you see it? Was it posted on someone's Facebook wall or on their YouTube channel? Go ahead and say who invited you, okay? And then, ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching this broadcast on replay or repeat, let us know that too in the comments as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, don't keep this information secret. Please share. And once again, thank you for joining our broadcast. Enjoy our MLS song, and we will be back in about 2 minutes.
Cryptocurrency, changing how the world does business. Ask MLS system how to get in on this. Send money around the world almost free. We don't need a bank's permission, you see. Tell your friends about MLS system, here to raise our financial wisdom.
Spreading like a wildfire all over the world. Don't get left out, learn what it's all about. From just pennies to thousands of dollars, Bitcoin grew a worldwide currency. Only if you knew well, MLS system is making it happen. Open your account and get tapped in. Digital currency is an emerging technology, a way to up your financial psychology. It's money you can spend. Let it grow exponentially before you dip in. It's called cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency, changing how the world does business. Just make sure you get in on this. Sending money around the world almost free. We don't need a bank's permission, you see. Tell your friends about MLS system, here to raise our financial wisdom. Countries around the world are jumping in.
creating ways to ride the trend. Businesses lining up to accept Bitcoin. Soon every store will join. Call MLS System to get your coins. Get in the mix, learn the tricks. Bitcoins are facing a dark 20 to 1. Call MLS System to have some fun.
Cryptocurrency, changing how the world does business.
All right, guys, we are back. And yes, cryptocurrency is changing how the world does business. And MLS is changing how we live our lives. Again, my name is Pamela Jesse. I am the Director of Operations. So good to see you here tonight. Let me give me a couple of shout outs here. Oh, I love this. Stocks versus sneakers. I like that. Thank you for letting me know that you can hear me. Hello, Winla. Hello, Jesse Price Bay. Kim Lewis. Hello, hello. All right, Crypto Queen family. Hello, Narissa representing Team Win. Hey, Danka. All right, Gina, I see you. We talked earlier today. So, all right, guys, so let's go ahead and get started here. Tonight, our topic is going to be in reference to credit. Okay, so get your pen and paper ready and be prepared to take some great notes. Okay, but before we do that, I did want to go over a couple of announcements, right? I want to say from our compliance officer, Leandra, she says you guys are doing a great job as far as taking down all of the old presentations. Okay, so continue to do that, guys. I know some of you have a ton of videos on your YouTube, but we see you working. Okay, that's what matters the most, that you are trying to do what's necessary to be compliant. So we appreciate that. All right. Please still remember, guys, that your team images cannot contain an MLS logo unless it's been approved. We still have leaders, including the MLS logo. You cannot do that if it's not a corporate created image. Okay, so let's please be careful with those. All right, guys. So earlier today, I made some changes with all of our social media, and I felt like it was important to announce because, we got people out there, guys, pretending to be us, right? Trying to scam or what have you. So I wanted to make sure that you guys knew that is us that has new corporate graphics up, okay? That is me that is changing the name to MLS Bitcoin Club 2.0. All right. So those are official changes, right? We told you we were going to start transitioning and separating MLS Bitcoin Club and rotating hands. All right. So please spread the word. Let your members know that those are official corporate changes. Okay. Y'all let me know if y'all like the new graphics. Put in the comments. Let me know if you liked it. Some of you have already been commenting on the images, and we appreciate that. Like we like to know if it's appealing to you, okay? If you like the changes. All right. The next announcement is we are still working on our corporate wide email system. Okay, so this is why I hadn't been able to email you guys from corporate. So it's going to be very important that any announcements that are put in the Facebook group that you share with your members. Okay, very important to spread the word. All right, as soon as it's back up and running, I will let you guys know. But that's what's going on with our email server. All right. So for now, guys, that is it for me when it comes to announcements for now. I do want to say, a lot of times we have guests on the line, and we appreciate our guests visiting. We like for people to come and be a part of our State of the Union so that they can get a feel for the culture of the company. Okay. It's not a presentation, but it is an opportunity for them to see how we update and share information, right? But when we have those guests, a lot of times they may not know what certain things mean. So I said I was going to start telling you just a few things in the beginning before I introduce our founder and visionary so that you'll know, like for one, what MLS stands for, right? And MLS stands for Massive Leverage System. Okay. I mean, who wouldn't want to know how to leverage cash flow? And that's what we do. That's what we teach you, right? We are wealth educators. Okay. So we are a membership club, guys. We are not a job, and it's not MLM. It's a membership club. We're operating and serving members since 2014, and we serve members all over the globe, okay? But our corporate office is located in our Atlanta metro area, okay? Our mission is to create a self-managed system for members to accumulate Bitcoin for free while growing your financial knowledge to elevate you and your family to a better lifestyle. Okay? That's our mission. Now, how do we do that? Well, we do that with 10 levels of financial education. We call it our MLS University. Okay? Real quickly, I'm going to tell you what those course levels are. Okay? Our starter level is course Crypto 101 and 102. Okay. Course 1 is Extreme Personal Credit. Course 2 is Intro to Business. Course 3 is Business Credit. Okay. We're talking about that business credit that you're able to accumulate without your personal social, right? Course 4 is our solo 401k. Course 5 is ALOCs and HELOCs, and those are your advanced lines of credit, okay? We teach you how to pay off your homes in 2, 3, 5 years versus 30, right? We teach you how to live in a home mortgage-free, okay? Course number 6 is Intro to Trading. Now, that is a self-taught course, and we also offer a trading academy that's personally taught by our founder and visionary, Mr. Darry Perkinson. All right. Level 7 is infinite banking. Level 8 is offshore. And level 9 is our venture capitalist. This is where we all get together. This is when you're making big money, guys. And we get together and we do angel investing, and we might buy an entire complex, apartment complex or a strip mall, or just do some wonderful things for our community. All right. So that's just give you just a quick, not even an overview, not a presentation, but just so you'll know what MLS is all about. Right. So now quickly about our founding visionary. Again, I already told you his name is Darry Perkinson. We call him Wallstreet. All right. And he is a computer programmer. He is also a master trader, right? If you don't know what master trader means, it means that he's able to trade on several different types of platforms, such as Forex, cryptocurrency. He does futures and all of that good stuff, right? He was born and raised in Newark, New Jersey. He'll tell you he grew up on welfare. But I tell you what, he took that from welfare to millionaire, okay? And he came back to get us. So a lot of information that he shares with us is because he wants to help his community get in a better financial state. He could have kept all that info to himself, but he did not. Okay. He has a quote that I just love, and it is, "If you walk with me, I will make you a millionaire." So that's walk, guys, not run, not jump, not, hopscotch, do cartwheels. Walk with me. And that means step by step, follow, and then use the information that you gain. Okay. And then lastly, he is a retired master sergeant. We appreciate him for giving 20 years to our United States Army. So, guys, I'm going to go ahead and step out of the way and turn it over to you, Wallstreet. You have the floor.
All right, guys, how you doing? How you doing? Thank you, Pamela. Wish all you guys a happy day. Hope you guys are hanging in there. And even though this market is treating us some kind of way, I just want you to realize that it's going to go up, and it's looking like it's going to do another base. So before we get started, let's talk about crypto, and then we're going to jump into the credit piece, because I'm going to talk a little bit about credit today. All right, so I'm going to share my screen with you. Let me do that real quick. Here is my screen, and when you see my screen, let me know. So my screen is up. Yep, I see it. Okay. All right, guys. So first of all, let's look at this chart right here. We're gonna open this chart up. This chart is the Bitcoin chart. Notice that this box down here. Notice this box is like this the danger zone, right? We don't really want to be in that box. Well, let me put it this way. If you are in Bitcoin right now, the possibility is it's going to that box. It's going down into that box. Let me say it again. It's going down into that box. If you have not been in crypto yet and you're ready to jump into crypto, then that box is where you want to start to actually get a little bit, stick your toe in, because this is the place where it could go to. Now, notice where I got the pivots. The box ends down here around $21,000, 21,000 and some change, right? And right now we're at 33,917, trying to go back up to 34,000. But we played around with this top level. We played around with it on this trend line, and then we got back below this yellow line, and now it came back down to retest this line. So we just finished testing this line right here. This very most recent pivot up that it did, the pivot down rather that it did, that is the line that we just tested right there. And so now is it going to hold it? If it does not hold, we come into the top of this box. If we break the top of that box, we're going in here. That's in the 20s. I don't want to go in the 20s. I don't want to go in the 20s. But the reality is what the reality is. So how do you play defense? Because now we're talking about defense. If you're already in Bitcoin, if you're seeing your Bitcoin just dropping and dropping and dropping and dropping from way up here at 64,000, and all of a sudden it's down here in the 30s, right? He says, "Whoa, what can I do?" Man, it's looking kind of hard. I would tell you to convert some of it into USDT, and when I say USDT, what I'm talking about when I say USDT, that's a stable coin, right? So we got a slew of stable coins. USDT, and I would write them down: USDT, USDC, TUSD, BUSD, and GUSD. And there's some other coins as well. But those are the stable coins. In other words, $1 for $1 of the US dollar. It's based off the US dollar. Okay. Now, if you have some coins and you want to this is your first time getting started, you can dip your toe in now. You can dip your toe in if it pulls a little bit lower. You can dip your toe in, right? Remember I said before last week, I said you dip your toe in and look how far it came back down. Now it's at 33. If you dip your toe in here, it could go down back to 30. It could go back down to this range, or it could start taking off and get back up to this line again, somewhere around 38,000. right? We want to break this trend line to see that we're going back up. But what's really going on in the markets? Well, the thing is, they had a major conference in Miami this weekend. Major. When I say major, it was all kind of Bitcoin enthusiasts down in there. Thousands of companies was down there in the Bitcoin conference. Some well-known billionaires is down there. And what's going on is that people are committed to the Bitcoin space. Miami is trying to be the Bitcoin community of all communities. They're trying to pay the government employees in Bitcoin. They're trying to open up stores to accept Bitcoin. They literally are going into this Bitcoin realm in Miami. Okay. So that's what it's all about. But Bitcoin is coming down. Now I'm going to bring up my charts here called my Coin 360. And these charts are red as red can be. This is a deep red right here. Deep. Okay. Ethereum is deep, right? Look at the Bitcoin, 33,780. So it climbed back up off the 33,000 mark, and now it's back up $780. But the dominance is at 41.94. Now, if you're taking any notes or took a screenshot of some of the things we talked about last week, was that we want the dominance to go down into the 30s. It was at 42. Now it's at 41. We want the drop. We want the dominance to drop. And we want Bitcoin to start climbing up a little bit higher, right? 33, 34,000, 36,000, 38,000. So that the altcoins, all these altcoins start taking off like a bandit, like just really taking off, okay? Some of those coins that are going to take off are going to be part of the Ethereum network. What is that? So here is the Ethereum side of the house. So you got Polkadot, BNB, ADA, XRP, Dogecoin, LTC, right? Litecoin, Phil, Sol, ICP, VET. All these coins right here are going to start taking off when the dominance drops and Bitcoin is climbing. These coins will start taking off like a bat going out. Also is going to take off is these coins over here called Ethereum tokens. These coins over here, Link, Uni, Matic, right? When I click on this, okay, this yellow one right here, I'm clicking on it. All these coins is all part of the Ethereum. These coins are going to take off. They're going to take off. So what am I saying to you? As Bitcoin is playing around with this small movement up and down, you can convert or swap some of the Bitcoin into some of these other coins, like T-Fuel. T-Fuel, I'm gonna bring up my chart now. T-Fuel has literally been staying positive at all the downturn. Look what T-Fuel is doing. This is T-Fuel, okay? That's the previous high, and look where it is right now. Just right at the previous high. It's right there. Perfect place to buy was down here, down in this range, right? And then here it says taking off, right? So beautiful, taking off, beautiful. A lot of these coins 30 minutes ago was all red, okay? All these coins were red. Now, a lot of these coins they gotta work very hard to get back to the high print, okay? They gotta work very hard to get back to the high print. But you can see a lot of these coins that I had down here, I put a box around, that's the place to buy. And yeah, they went up, right? But they're not going back to the high print yet because Bitcoin is not challenging, not breaking through the 38 level. We got to get through that 38 level. We $5,000 down. It went down $4,000 in the last hour and a half. Okay, just letting you know. Okay, so I've been watching it. I've been watching this. I've been looking at it. I've been seeing what's going on. You can see here that, you know, even this is a DeFi called Binance, right? One of the best crypto exchanges out there. And you can see Binance is not even challenging its new high yet. it's still playing down here off the area where to buy, right? This is the buy area, basically. What this is right here is the buy area, okay? Right in this range, right? That's what that is. You see, down in there is the buyer. You want to get it down as close as you can into this L and look to go back up. But it's still got to fight to get back above this yellow line. It's got to fight. All these coins got to fight. All of them got to fight. Got to fight, got to fight, got to fight. Everything is down, got to fight. Even Dogecoin came back down. It was trying to go back up. Now it's going back down again, right? Did 33 cents, was close to 75 cents, came all the way back down again, right? And so a lot of people are holding on. They hodlers. I get it. We teach that to hodl your coins, to hold on to your coins. But sometimes, guys, you have to take profit so that you can move your coins into a stable coin, so you don't have to enjoy, and I call it enjoy the pain, right? We don't like pain. We don't like to enjoy the pain. You had $100,000, now you only got 20,000. You had 100,000, now you got 20,000. That's pain, right? You don't want to go through all that rigmarole. You want to pull some off to the side. I want you to remember this. There's no harm in you swapping out some of your coins on the way up to put them into a dollar stable coin, USDT, right? I'm not saying you got to convert it into cash and then do it that. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is you can convert it into a stable coin, hold that into a stable coin, then turn around when Bitcoin drops like it's doing right now, and it could go lower. We could see it in the 20s. I got to give you the truth. I don't want to sugarcoat nothing. I'm going to tell you what I see, right? So if Bitcoin drops into this 2020 range right here, your fortune is going lower and lower and lower. Do you have to hold on so it keeps going lower and lower and lower? No, you don't. And I drew an X here because I want to see it break back above that level. But we got the crossover we talked about last week. Is these two lines are crossing over, which is telling us that it's dropping, right? It's pushing back down, and it could go into the 20s. It's already in the 30s. We saw it at 38, 40. Now it's in the 30s, and we don't want to go into the 20s. We got to pull some off to the side. Doesn't hurt to pull some off to the side. Now let's say for example, it does start. If you already have some Bitcoin, a perfect time to buy some is when it's down here, right? But if you're already in it when it's already at the 50s and 60s, and all of a sudden now it's in the 40s and now it's in the 30s, I don't want to see it go to the 20s, right? You want to pull some off to the side, put it in a stable coin, and then when Bitcoin get into the box, if it goes into this box, then you're looking to convert some of your coins that was in stable coins. You're ready to start buying or swapping them back out for Bitcoin again, right? Or other coins. Remember, every single coin can be converted back into Bitcoin. All these coins, doesn't matter what the list is, does not matter what the list is, all these coins can be converted right back into Bitcoin again. Okay? No matter what the name of the coin is, it can be all converted. Now look at these reds. You got some deep reds, you got some light pink colors, right? That's a small change. The deep red is a major pushback, major, right? You got a few spots of green in here, right? Very few spots. And so as Bitcoin changes direction, to turn around and break 34,000 and 35,000, 36,000, then of course these numbers, these colors are going to start changing. They're going to start going into pink. They're going to go into a grayish color, and then they're going to go into a green, a light green, and then a dark green. But how much pain are we going to experience? You see, right now it's what they call a face push. It's faking us out that it's pushing up, because all it's doing is pushing up a little bit and then crashing right back down again. Go up a little bit and then and once we break this level, it's going down to the 30s, 30,000. If we break 30,000, we're gonna be in this box. Okay. The bottom of the box is the best place to get it. Inside the box, it could stick your toe in and what that stuff is, right? If it goes up, let's say you jump in, would stick your toe in now, expect for it to go down. I'm just giving you straight up. Expect for it to come down. Expect it. I am not expecting it to go up right now. I'm just being honest with you. I'm expecting it to go fake out and then boom, break back down again. That's the expectation. Okay. So that's enough about that. Yeah, you got some green things you're showing right now, but that's very small moves. What Bitcoin is doing. Very small moves. Very small. Very small. Okay. All right. Enough about that. Now I got about 20 minutes. I'm going to talk about our credit. So there was a question about some credit. So what I'm going to do first, I want to talk to you a little bit about credit and why is credit so important and what you have to do to improve your credit, your actual credit, right? Some things you got to do to make your credit a lot better by doing certain things in that credit. And I'm gonna log in real quick. I'm gonna log into an account here. Okay, let me do that real quick. I'm gonna log into this account. I'm gonna go to level 1. Okay, and it's called Extreme Credit. Let me share my screen with you. So I think I am sharing my screen already. Okay, there we go. All right, so this is called Extreme Credit. Now, one of the things about Extreme Credit is talking about your utilization. So I'm gonna bring this up real quick. I'm going to, let me bring it up here somewhere. This is where I'm going. I think so. Right there. All right. So this is, I got videos out there talking about Extreme Credit and telling some things to do. Okay. Now, in every credit, all your credit, this is talking about personal credit, not business credit. Business credit, it's got nothing to do with this. Business credit, it's all about you paying your bills, paying your net 20s, your net 30s, your net 50s. It's paying those things on time, paying them off, keeping your balances as payoff as you can, right? It's based off payment history. So I want you to think about this. There's 35% in personal credit and business credit. That's 100%. It's 100%. You got it? That's 100%. And business credit, that's 100%. And personal credit, payment history is 35%. So let me say this to you. You got 35% of your credit score is in payment history. The other 30%, which is the biggest chunk, is about utilization. How much you owe, how much credit are you using, and what do you owe? Okay, so that's 70%. If you maintain a perfect payment history, that means you're paying your bills on time. You already basically halfway through the game. If you keep your balances low, you're gonna rock out credit. You're gonna rock it out. You'll be somewhere in the 700s for sure. You'll be somewhere in the 700s, right? The length of the credit is gonna take care of itself. So if you're brand new and you just now starting, like you never had credit, right? You always pay everything off with cash. That means you got no credit history. Therefore, you're gonna have a very low credit score. When you start getting credit history, because you start the time of it, you can't cheat time. You can't cheat it. You got it? There's no cheating time. So your credit card history, let's say, well, okay, if you your credit, let's say you have a mortgage that you just got, then that counts as month one, then month two, then before you know it, you got years, then before you know it, you got 3 years, 5 years, 7 years of credit history is ideal in what they're looking for. But again, you cannot control that. You cannot control that. Now, every time you get a new credit card or a new loan, that's going to reduce this number of 15%, only for a little while, and then it comes right back up again. So you'll see your credit score drop because you got a brand new credit card, because you got brand new history came in. Then new credit is going to affect that as well. So you got to balance your new credit. Every time you do what they call inquiries, they see that you're trying to find credit, that's going to reduce your credit score only for a little while. Then it turns around and goes right back up. Maybe 2 months, and then all of a sudden it goes back up again, right? So that's going to happen there. So payment history, I want to talk about that. Payment history is not, the credit card companies are not your friend. They're the credit card companies, your companies you're dealing with, they are not your friend. Because anytime you get a late payment, why would a late payment be on your credit report for 7 years? 7. That is insane. Like, why are you reporting? I have perfect credit history for the last 4.5, 5 years. But every time I apply for credit, it's showing that I had they call it if one late payment, they would call it a severe credit issue, because you have one late payment or 2 late payments. And guess what? It stays on there for 7 years. Even though you paid it off, even though the bill no longer exists, the credit card companies and the people the creditors, the merchants are not your friend, right? So asking for forgiveness, asking what you got to do. How can I improve my credit score? Well, the fastest way to improve your credit score, first of all, I would highly recommend you pull your credit. I would go to ID. There's something in our back office teach you what to do, where to go to get the credit, right? How to pull that credit in our back office, okay? And I would pull that credit in the back office, and I would look, and I would set up my account, and I would go look exactly what I need to do to check my credit report and see what's going on with that. I would do that, right? I use IDIQ, okay? And pull that credit report and see what's on there. It does a better job than the free credit sites. What do I mean by the free credit sites? Credit Karma, right? When you go to Credit Karma, it doesn't really give you all the different nuances, what the FICO score people are looking at. They're using a thing called the Vantage score, okay? Right? Yep, it's crazy. It's crazy, Kim. But the issue is, when it comes to personal credit, now you think about how many people lost their jobs last year, right? How many folks lost their jobs, lost their income, can't make bills, they couldn't do it. There's no money came in. They couldn't do it. They was on unemployment. That's not enough money to pay bills. Barely had enough money to eat. No rents being paid, right? Mortgages. And all these people all across the country, all across the world now are fighting this credit issue. So what should you do? Well, first thing you should do, and hopefully you're writing this down. I'm praying that you're taking notes. I would write up a letter and ask for forgiveness. The first thing I would do is you write a letter to your creditors. That's not the credit bureaus. That's the people you owe money to, the creditors. If you owe Wells Fargo, if you owe, Chase Bank for credit cards, if you owe, I don't know, furniture stores or whatever, car notes, and you couldn't make your payments, the first thing I'd do is write a sincere letter, right? Due to COVID-19, I lost my income. I have a family of whatever, 3, 4, 5 people, 7 people, right? And I tried to get a job. You explain your situation. You explain your situation. And then you make copies for yourself. You make a copy for yourself. You make a copy and send them, the creditor, that letter. And also make sure you track it and get a return receipt on it. So you got to go to the post office. You want to do a tracking and a receipt, and that way you know they got it. You got a receipt came back to you saying they got it. And then let's see, and you in the letter you always ask, can you please remove this from my credit history? Or if it's not showing your credit history, so please do not report it to my credit history, because I'm trying. And if you have a new job or you're still looking for the new job because the jobs are coming in slow, explain that when you're going to be able to start paying back the bill, right? Some of them will honor that. It's called asking for forgiveness. Some of them will honor it. Some of them will not. I'm just being real with you. It's not a guarantee they're going to take it off your credit report. It's not a guaranteed they won't put it on your credit report. So hopefully, if it is on your credit report, you are asking them in the letter, can you please remove it from my credit report because it is stopping me from getting a new job. It is detrimental to my character and it's preventing me from getting a new job. You got it? You're going to have to do it, guys. If you're in that situation, you have to do this. And hopefully they will go to the credit, they'll take it up to credit reports and they'll say everything is fine. Everything is good to go that way. All right. Next thing, when it comes to utilization, in other words, the amount of money that you owe, right? That's this red box, right? This red piece of pie right here. It's 30% of your credit score. That's huge. So the first thing I would tell you to do is write down, or you go to your Credit Karma or whatever it is, the places you got, and it's free for Credit Karma is free. You will go there and you will print off your credit report. Just print it off with the utilization, how much you owe, right? You print it off. Okay. Now there are lessons in the back office on level 1 that I go through this whole process with you, right? It's already back there. Okay. You print it off. And as you print it off, and you're going to print it off every single week or every 2 weeks while you are reducing what you owe, right? So for example, you got the credit cards. This as well. Which one should I pay off first? You're going to have to pay right now. You're going to have to pay a little bit of everything to all of them at first. You won't be able to skip. If you're behind like that, you're not going to be able to skip your payments. You need to increase your cash flow. So let me say this to everybody. You are a person that's in this club. And if you're not trying to build wealth in this club, then you are going to have bills catch up on you. So the best way to do it is start inviting people to the club so you can start receiving cash flow, right? Bitcoin, start going into your account. You can start receiving cash flow from the Bitcoin in your account to start paying off bills, to help speed up the cash flow process of paying things off. Right now, when it comes to leverage right now is kind of tight to leverage with the loans with Celsius and with Nexo and Bit and BlockFi and all those things, because as Bitcoin drops so fast, what it's doing is closing out the loans on a margin call. What does that mean? They're taking your Bitcoin anyway. So you might as well just hold on to your Bitcoin, use what you can, don't spend all of it, but convert some of those things over into something else that can help produce more cash flow, and then start pulling off that cash flow that you're making to help pay off those bills. And you gotta make a plan for yourself. This cannot be something that you just take out a whim. Oh, I'm just gonna cash out $2,000. You might need $2,200 to do that, to do what you need to do, right? You need to see your numbers. When it comes to banking and managing money, you need to see your numbers. You got to see the numbers, guys. You can't run from it. You got to see the numbers. A lot of people, believe it or not, don't want to see their credit reports. They're scared to look at them. It's like anxiety, and they just don't like what they see, and they feel it's like you're a bad person because you can't make your payments. You can get out of the situation. You can get out of the situation. You just got to take time to do it. You got to spend time looking at your report. It is detrimental if you don't start looking at your report. You have to look at it. Okay, you have to. All right, so I need you to print out your reports every 2 weeks. Work off that report that you're printing off. Highlight it. Highlight the ones you're going to start paying off, and keep good records. I paid, let's say you owe $5,000. It's one credit card. There's another one that's at $2,200. There's another one got $1,800, and you sent them the minimum payment on one, like 2 or 3 of them. You sent the minimum payments, but one of those cards, you can be the highest one. It could be the smallest one. You're going to start sending extra money. Now, let me get a philosophy on that. So if you got a set of credit cards, 5 credit cards, 8 credit cards, whatever, 3 credit cards, whatever you got. And so when you look at your credit cards, there's an order to your credit cards, from the highest to the lowest on what you owe. Highest to the lowest on what you owe. Okay. The faster you can pay down a credit card, the interest goes away just like that. Right? So let me give you an example. If I had a credit card that's had 29% interest on it, but I pay it off to 0 every single month, what is the interest that I'm paying? 0. Even though it's 29%, I'm not carrying any balance. Therefore, I'm not paying for anything. I'm not paying no interest whatsoever. But if you have a series of credit cards and you cannot make all those payments, then what you need to do is, here's the first theory: pay the lowest one faster than you do the other cards. Okay, so what do I mean by that? So let's say on one of these cards, you got $3,500 you owe. You have one that's $1,800. You got another one that's $750. The $1,800 card and the $3,500 card, you're just going to make a minimum payment. But off that budget that you're going to make, you're going to maximize that small card to pay it off. And so now that card, eventually 1 month or 2 months, it's whatever it is, you paid it off. Now you take that whole budget that you just paid off that card with, and now you're going to challenge the other 2 cards. And so you're going to pick one of the other smallest card from that, the $3,500, $1,800, and you start make the minimum payment on $3,500, make a bigger payment on that $1,800 card, and pay that off in 3, 4, 5 months. And now you got 2 payments that you were using. It's now clear and free for you to attack the other card, the main card, $3,500 card. Now you can get that card at $3,500. You get to a point that your cash flow is coming in, that you now can make a $3,500 payment every month on your card. Now, how are you going to do that if you're not working? Well, you got MLS Bitcoin Club. You can come in and start generating cash flow on building that cash flow to start paying off that card a whole lot faster, and start doing things a lot faster if you believe in the club. If you don't believe in the club, then don't spend time in the club. If you believe in the club, I advise you to start marketing the club and start receiving the cash flow that you deserve anyway, and start doing something with that to pay these bills off quicker. It's a choice you have. The reason you don't have money is because you're not working the plan. You have to work the plan. You have to work the plan, guys. The plan is the key. If you work the plan is the key. And you keep working on that. You keep building on that. Before you know it, you're going to be able to pay these cards off. And now you can make that one card, $3,500 card, can be the card you use every month. And then as your credit starts to boost up, your score goes up, you owe less and less on the credit cards. Before you know it, you're going to be able to get another credit card, right? Maybe $3,500, $5,000, $10,000 card. And now you're going to start building up your utilization. I'm sorry, you're building up your access, right? In other words, you may have 5 cards that have $50,000 on it. It's possible, right? 2 credit cards with $50,000 on it. 5 cards, $50,000. 10 cards, $50,000. Doesn't matter. What's going to happen is you're going to have these cards, and now you're using less money, but you can maintain your livelihood with just 2 or 3 cards, and they won't put you over the 30% utilization. The goal is not to go over the 30% utilization. Now, that's the good scenario. The best scenario is to have your utilization below 6%, 9%, or let's say below 10%. So you got 9%, 8, 7, 6. 6 is the perfect. That means you're not really using credit. You got credit, but they don't want you to really use credit. Is that crazy or what? That's the way they look at it, though. If you got credit, they don't really want you to use it. They want you to have it. They want you to use a little bit of it, but they don't want you to use all your credit. If so, they're going to dock you on your credit score. So what they want you to do is keep your utilization real low. Now, I'm different. I use my credit to get the cash flow off, to do what I need to do, and then I start paying the bills all back off again. So my credit score will swing from 802, 815 down to 680, 645. Then I pay it all back down again. Then it goes all the way back up again. I use my credit. My credit score swings all the time, right? If I'm looking for new credit, then I ensure that my utilization is really almost down to 3% to 5%. If I'm looking for new credit. If I'm not looking for new credit, I'm using credit. I'm using it. That's my credit. I'm using them. Okay? Everybody understand what I'm saying? Hopefully you're getting what I'm saying, what I'm teaching you. So, for example, I need to pay, $20,000 to this whatever event I've got to do. I got to pay $20,000. I'm gonna take 2 of my credit cards, take $20,000, and go pay it, go do what I got to do. Then I come back, and then I start paying them $20,000 off. I start paying them off, right? And you get to that point when you start doing it. So hopefully you're gaining this information, because somebody asked me about, how can my credit start going up? You got to start getting down your utilization. You got to start getting that bill down below 6%, 10%, 6%. Get it down to 30, then work on it and keep getting it lower until you can get it down to like 6%, 3%, right? That's ideal. That's where you want to be. That's going to boost your credit score like crazy. Okay? Now, with that being said, I'm going to stop talking right now. Hopefully you gained some knowledge today on what I've done I gave you the expectation of Bitcoin. I gave you the expectation that Ethereum is the place to be right now because things are taking off. When Bitcoin starts to go up, all the Ethereum is going to start popping. Okay? T-Fuel is taking off. T-Fuel is right in the top layer of it. T-Fuel. All our other ones are still coming and playing around, but Bitcoin is trying to break this low print, and hopefully it won't, but my expectation, it is. That means it's going to go lower. Okay? All right. With that being said, turn it back over to Ms. Pam. Pam, take it away. You got it.
Okay, so I guess that means I can take down your screen share, right? Okay. All right then. Well, thank you, Wallstreet. I know you answered one of the questions, right? And I'm pretty sure that the gentleman really appreciate that. Now, the young lady whose credit score is already at a 740. And this just from my knowledge, right?
Okay.
I'm not sure if she'll say the same thing, but with her writing a letter, saying I need this for a job, and that score may be okay for a job. Would they help her? Would you think they would help her with the utilization if she's maxed out her cards?
Yes. If her cards are maxed out, yes, because once she starts paying up the utilization, her score is going to immediately go up. That's what I was explaining. It's immediately it starts to go up, right? So every week, I would go into and look at your credit every week and look at it, because they got to update them now every week because of the big the breaking of protocol that happened to these credit card companies. They got hacked, so they're allowing people to check their credit every single week now. So you can do it. Go to this site, set it up. You can look at the scores every single week, update them. Experience does it. I know TransUnion does it, and Equifax is starting to do it. I don't know, but they started to call it My Equifax. You start going there. But yes, they'll give you that information, but your utilization is your credit report. If your utilization is low, your credit score is going to jump through the roof. If your utilization is high on the credit cards, it's going to go lower.
Okay. All righty. Well, thank you, sir. I appreciate that. So, guys, we appreciate you guys being here with us tonight. Don't forget that we are planning for our launch on July the 10th, right? It's getting closer and closer, guys. Getting so excited for our MLS 2.0, right? We are launching. So please prepare for that. Prepare for that. The launch party is on July 10th. And then we actually open up the whole new website, back office, and everything that following Monday, which is normally, our State of the Union, right? Okay. Remember, we are choosing 10 people, not just leaders. This time it is 10 people that we will choose to join us in the beta phase. Okay. Meaning you will be able to join us in testing out everything, right? How awesome would it be for you to be able to share what the back office look like 2 weeks before everybody else? So let's see what we're going to do to be part of that 10, right? Okay. So guys, I am going to go ahead and prepare to close it out. Make sure you join us tomorrow. Okay, tomorrow, 1:00 p.m. Let me put the flyer up. This is when we do our AWA. Okay, this is the time for you to ask questions, right? So you may be saying, well, 1:00 in the afternoon, I am working. Send me your questions. We get them answered anyway, right, Wallstreet? So don't let that hold you up, guys. I learn from this every single week. So definitely send your questions, bring your questions, send them to support, send them to your leader, but get those questions. And then, guys, go back and share those AWA broadcasts. They are on our YouTube channel, right? And I usually add them to the playlist either the next day or, within the same week. But there's a playlist right on the front of our channel page where you can see all of the replays from the AWAs, our State of the Unions, where we used to have our CNO Fridays, testimonials, and we're always accepting testimonials. Some of you guys promised me some testimonial videos. I am waiting for them. When our new website launches, you guys are gonna wish you had sent me some testimonials. Then it's gonna be locked down. So this is a time to go ahead and get those out to us. Okay, so thank you so much, guys. I am going to go ahead and close it out with our MLS song. We appreciate you guys being here tonight. I hope you were able to take some notes and get some great information. Okay, all righty, here we go.
Cryptocurrency, 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 changing how the world does business. Ask MLS system how to get in on this. Send money around the world almost free. We don't need a bank's permission, you see. Tell your friends about MLS system. Get a raise our financial wisdom.
Thank you, Victoria.
Go out by all over the world. Don't get left out. Learn what it's all about. From just pennies to thousands of dollars, we going through a worldwide currency. Only if you do well. MLS system is making it happen. Open your account and get tapped in. Digital currency is an emerging technology.
Thank you, Be Wealthy.
Financial psychology.
Thank you, Miss Janice.
It's money you can spend. Let it grow exponentially before you dip in. It's called cryptocurrency, 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 changing how the world does business. Just make sure you get in on this. Send money around the world almost free. We don't need a bank's permission, you see. Tell your friends about MLS system. Get a raise our financial wisdom. Countries around the world are jumping in, creating ways to ride the train.
You're welcome, Gina.
To accept Bitcoin.
Thank you, Geneva.
Every store we'll join. Go in MLS system to get your coins. Get in the mix, learn the tricks. Bitcoin's amazing $21. Go in MLS system to have some fun.
Cryptocurrency, changing how the world does business.
Good night, guys. See you tomorrow.